controls is out. My controls are. We are live on YouTube. YouTube. Oh, 1 minute. Come on. 1 minute to market open. 1 minute to market open. NASDAQ is going to be live. NASDAQ is going to be live. Enjoying life. 1 minute to market open. NASDAQ is going to be live. NASDAQ. We are live. We give it a moment. Give it a moment. Wait for people to actually join. And then we will get started. We are live. We give it a moment. Okay, I'm gonna invite people. I'm sending the invite. This is actually a noise cleaner. Oh, nice. Okay, so we're testing out like a lot of new stuff. So, all right, everybody, let's get started. This is the New York session. We've been waiting. So it's already been 2 minutes to market open. So it's actually good to sometimes come a little bit, 1 or 2 minutes later, because we can get to see what the opening is doing. So this is the New York Open already, and what is NASDAQ going to do today? So I'm going to be paper trading today, and for this session, I'm going to be paper trading a $1,000 account. And let's go. So let's run through the analysis again. Let's go to 4 hour. On 4 hour, so NASDAQ is approaching the supply zone. It's just above just a little bit above the current price. And what I think actually is that NASDAQ is going to hit the zone. And when NASDAQ should hit the zone, then we potentially can, take sales and all. If we need to buy, we need to see price at the demand zone. So as of right now, the opening candle is very much bearish, right? So we more or less cannot do anything yet. So what is the current? So let's find the zone that we can actually trade from. So to find the zone that we can trade from today, we can potentially turn on the, let's see what the Asian low looks like. So you can identify your Asian high and Asian low. In fact, let me just reload this. I think it's messing up. So we can identify our Asian range. Once we can identify the Asian range, then we can figure out where NASDAQ potentially wants to give us trading opportunity for today. So we are going to go turn on the indicator. So now NASDAQ is trading above the previous day high, and it's also trading above the Asian range. So it's very likely before the buy continuation, we need to see price come down to anywhere in this area, anywhere in this range. If NASDAQ should potentially make it back into this area, and then we need to then wait for a shift of structure to the buy side. And another good sell opportunity actually is a sell. Another trading opportunity is a sell, because if NASDAQ wants to take the Asian low, which potentially right now it's currently bearish, that's also it's a potential trading opportunity. You know, NASDAQ going to take the low would be a 150 points, and that's going to be a really good opportunity. But let's see closely. So if we're going to be buying, we need to wait for price to come to the demand zone, and this is the zone that I'm actually picking. And the price can potentially get there now, or it can actually get there later, you know, maybe later on. But ideally, this would be like, you know, the best zone to look for buy opportunity. So if price should tap into this zone, then we can look for potential buying opportunity. But right now, we can look for potential buy around let's say honestly there's no buy yet. It's more like selling NASDAQ. So what I'm gonna do, if I'm gonna trade right now, if NASDAQ should potentially pull back into this range, and then I can potentially see a sell, because I think that NASDAQ can first of all sell into the zone, into the demand zone, right? And then, so it's actually very risky to do that, but I think it's good. It's good. Let's see. Wait a minute. Let's see what S&P 500 is actually doing. S&P 500, 1 minute, is actually forming a higher high, and S&P 500 is actually bullish. US 30, US 30 is very bullish. Like market open went straight up, so it's very likely that NASDAQ will follow the same move. The only thing with NASDAQ is that NASDAQ likes to, you know, okay. Oh, so we just have a structure now. Actually, if you're going to be buying, you need to see NASDAQ to take out this 1 minute balanced zone. So there's an area in the market where NASDAQ, where buyers and sellers seem to balance price. That's a small range that we can see over here. So we need to see the decision of our traders around here, around this box. So we can just call this box a watch zone. If NASDAQ should break this box now and then do a pullback, then we're going to be buying. If they can't break it, then we're going to be selling. Like, easy. So let me position my potential entries. Let me calculate if there is a formation here. Now, if we're going to be selling, we need to see NASDAQ to break this. If NASDAQ break this low, any pullback we're going to sell. If NASDAQ break this high, any pullback we're going to buy. Potentially. So now it's a waiting game to see what actually happens. And if we're actually selling, the target would have been, you know, this previous day low, and then the entry will probably be somewhere around here, and then the stop loss will potentially be here if we're selling. But if we're buying, if we are going to be buying, which is very looking like we're going to be buying actually, because it's looking, I think we're going to be buying. But we need to see the actual break first. So a break and retest of the zone, then the buy formation would actually be over here, and stop loss would be exactly this low. And then the TP is going to be the TP. If you're buying, the TP would actually be into the zone, the supply zone at the top. Buy is looking more good than sell, because if you're buying is about a 40 point stop, but if we're going to be selling is about 60 point stop loss. But we don't know yet. We'll see. Let's wait and see. By the way, are you buying or are you selling NASDAQ? Let's know. Let us know. Are you buying NASDAQ? Are you selling NASDAQ? I pretty much think we should just continue the buy formation, for the day, and just call it a day. And in fact, I can just even go in for an early entry, because I actually think that we should be buying. S&P 500 on the other hand is actually good. S&P 500 is already buying, so I'm going to be buying NASDAQ actually. I'm just going to go in now with one contract. So I'm in a trade. I'm in a NASDAQ buy. Let's say my position is not being filled. My position should be filled. I think I'm buying NASDAQ. Yeah. Let's go this way. Let's go this way. So my entry is here, and my stop is just below this low. The reason why I'm buying already is because I'm buying. It's because S&P 500 is the leading in there, so they've already shown that we are going up. Most of the time, both NASDAQ and the S&P 500, they do the same thing. So even though NASDAQ may potentially go take your liquidity and then boom, but I'm buying this. Let's see. 1% risk. Good if you're trading. How many percent risk would you put?
I'm into follow the
20, yeah. Let's see. So we kind of really need to see what NASDAQ's gonna do in this block. Right now it's not looking good for the boys, but we'll give it a minute. If we can see a push that would break this high, then I think we are potentially going to be good. We are potentially going to be good. So I have one position running on TradingView. It's currently PNL is currently it's not looking positive yet, but we are going to give it a moment. You can actually connect your trading broker to TradingView directly, and then you just trade directly from TradingView.
But not all brokers are on TradingView.
Yeah, not all brokers are on TradingView. Okay, it's looking like NASDAQ is going for stop loss. So, and that would not be nice because, well, it's not bad. We need to see what's going to be the actual move. So let's see 1 minute actually. This is 1 minute already. 5 minutes. What do we have? 5 minutes. 5 minutes. I think we just need to see a push actually. Okay. See what actually happens. When the market opened, there was a big drop from seller, so it's like a drop-based drop continuation. That is not good. Oh, we are out. We are out. NASDAQ just smashed the stop loss. So we are actually supposed to be selling NASDAQ. That's why I had to wait for a break and retest. I did not wait for the break. I took a stop loss. So,
Lost $1.
okay, so I took a loss there actually.
No,
That's the loss over there. So what actually happened is that I did not initially wait for the break to the buy side, which I just anticipated based on what S&P 500 is doing. And now it's even very funny because now I have to give it some time. It looks like we might have been wicked out. We might have been wicked out. We might have been wicked out.
Equity is not.
But what do you think NASDAQ is going to do? People, if you're trading, what do you think NASDAQ is going to do? Do you think NASDAQ is buying right now, or do you think NASDAQ is selling? Let us know. Let us know. Let us know. No. I still feel like NASDAQ is buying, but they are accumulating a bunch of stop losses at the moment. So it's kind of sad that we are the first stop loss candidate. Let's see S&P 500. Okay, let's see US 30. So we're getting the pullback. So after taking the first loss, we kind of need to give it a chew and see what. So we need to see like a better market structure. So right now it's just about waiting, and ideally, we are trading the session high and low. So the session break rather. That is actually why. That is why I took the buy early, because I thought that this is the low of New York, this is the lowest point of New York, and then because the first 5-minute candle closed at this point, so I put my stop there. But you can see what happened. They smashed through it. The funny thing again is that the 1-minute candle actually did not close outside, so it's still signifying to us that NASDAQ is potentially bullish, because it means that buyers are actually active in this area. But if you see what happened, the first 15-minute candle is about to close, just close, and it closed, let's call it bearish. So I think I'm going to go in for a potential sell very soon. Okay, now I think I'm just gonna flip my my entry. I'm going to flip the entry. Let me see how many points. Oh man, price is gone. So most likely we're going for the previous day low now. If I see a pullback, I'm going to sell, and I think I'm going to target the previous day low for the entry. So this is what we're supposed to wait for the break, the retest, and then sell for the initial trade. Oh, I don't want to miss this trade, man. It's going already, like, oh man. Well, it's better to miss a trade than to chop another stop loss. What do you think, people? I think it's better to actually, I think it's best to lose a trade, to miss a trade than to actually take stop loss. Because now I can just imagine I enter the trade right here, and then my stop loss is 75 points. Risk to reward is already very bad. But then, and NASDAQ kept going down. Oh man. Oh, that is not good. That is not looking good for the boss. Oh man. Oh no. But it is okay. It is what it is. It is what it is. Oh, for some reason, the trading view trading actually did not close. Oh, that's weird. It's too slow. You don't want that to happen to you in real life. You don't want that to happen to you. Oh no. You know, the trade actually just lost more money than it is actually supposed to lose, because the stop loss did not get triggered. I think that's actually, oh man. Oh, that's the 1-to-1 already. And the only thing we can do now is just look at the trade. Like the sell is already, like, unless you get, like, now if you get a pullback now, it's not a guarantee for, it's not a guarantee for re-entry, because it could just mean that the sell objective is already completed. And so the strategy actually, if we had waited to see the break instead of forcing the buy, it would have actually been the best entry. So the first entry was a stop loss, because we predicted that the buy should come, but actually the actual direction when it break the low that we were expecting, and the pullback, then could have sold. So anyway, lesson learned there. No trade at the moment. Oh man, like the perfect trade entry is for NASDAQ to go to the previous day low. And that's like from where we were trying to trade before, that is 100 points. 100 points on NASDAQ is supposed to make you $100, $200, $300, depending on your lot size. And it's even a very good, the volatility is just in one side. Like, it's not like there's spike whereby prices is a low volatility, high liquidity. So there is more liquidity in the market than volatility. Like, volatility is when the price is changing frequently, like going up and down. But liquidity is like, there is participation of proper sell or proper buyer. And right now, we've just been trading one direction. Since we missed the sell entry, I think best is to go and position for the potential buy, which can happen either this demand zone or it can happen at this other demand zone over here. And that is going to be the next expectation. But for that to actually happen, I think we kind of need to, okay, someone is selling to, someone is selling to the nearest demand zone. Oh, okay. I think selling is was a good choice from that top, especially given the analysis. We could have sold earlier. For now, we're going to be waiting. I'm just going to be waiting to see what the price is going to do, the reaction of market around this area, and see if we can actually get an entry. When price gets to the zone, we need to see a 1 minute bullish candle, a 1 minute change of structure in the buyer's direction for us to take a buy. For now, sell is still the dominant. Oh, actually, if you want to sell, you can use this zone for sell. This 1 minute, let's call it indecision or whatever, but that is only dependent on if they did not take it out. So let me mark it out, for example. Where price is currently right now, if they did not take out this, and so within this range, we need to see what they are going to do. If they took out the high, then you don't do anything. You don't take the trade from there yet. And if they reject, and this particular current scan will just close, potentially it can be the re-entry of the sell. We need to see. If they take out the high, then you don't have to sell. Okay, I think they are taking out this. They're taking out this pivot candle. Seems like they are about to take out pivot candle. Let's see the S&P 500. S&P 500 already is back into the Asian range. Okay, so big picture. Let's say NASDAQ on the big picture again. So what has happened? NASDAQ has already pulled back into the Asian range, and a classic thing is that whenever NASDAQ pull back into the Asian range, they can begin the actual move again to the upside. So best now, let's wait for a while and then see a bullish formation forming. Until we see a bullish formation before we engage in further buying and selling. So the best thing to do now is we just delete all this markup. We delete all this markup, and then we will wait for a while and wait to see if NASDAQ is going to give us a formation. If NASDAQ is going to give us a formation, we're going to take it. Give me a moment, then I'm going to come back here and let's take a call. on the live stream. We were going. Sorry, everybody. I had a call and then so I had to take it. So anyway, I did not remember to use the transition. So I said something up and then I did not transition it.
Oh.
Oh, that's amazing. Okay, so we are seeing more NASDAQ sell. Again, NASDAQ is still selling to now. NASDAQ is still selling. Okay, so we're just waiting to see whatever NASDAQ would do in terms of sell. But whoa, the sell is so good. The sell is good. The sell already gave, I think we already have how many points of sell today? 157. Wow. If you have been selling NASDAQ from the start, you by now you would have made good good profit, depending on the amount of lot size that you're actually using. NASDAQ tends to go a lot more in sell direction faster than it does actually in buy direction, but don't take my word for that alone. So I'm gonna let's see what happens. Let's give it about a couple of minutes, like 15 minutes, then we would see what happens, and then we are going to so we're just gonna wait and see what the price actually does. So I'm going to put the let's leave the stream running on 5 minutes so we can see when 5 minute structure has changed to bullish. So if 5 minutes should change to bullish, then we would be looking for potential buy. But for now, let's see how the trade goes. That's how it goes. right, so looks like NASDAQ sell would have been the better choice. We didn't get an entry, so for now we have to be very patient. So this is about 423. We are actually expecting President Trump to talk about the price index, but let's see. There's a news for 4, is it 4 o'clock? Okay, yeah, it's past already, so but there was no effect in the market anyway, so scrap that. No entry signal, no entry signal. We are just waiting. Honestly, trading is more about waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. See confirmation and then take your trade. Obviously I didn't do that today. I didn't see the confirmation. I entered before the confirmation and then I took a 1% loss. That was very painful, but I'm going to keep you updated, most likely on the Telegram if any updates should come. But I think for now, I think NASDAQ is still gonna keep selling, take the previous day, the Asian range, and also potentially take the demand zone. So for any action right now, we're expecting NASDAQ to make or to do some to reach the demand zone. Then when it reaches this demand zone, then we can potentially wait for a change of character for the buyers and see if we can take the trade. And another thing to note is that there is 2 zones. This is the first zone, and below here is actually the second zone. The thing about a zone above a zone is that usually the first zone at the top will fail because it will be used as a liquidity area, and then the previous zone is the one that the last zone is the one that's going to work. So I'm tempted to say maybe instead of looking for a buy at this near demand zone here, maybe they will reach here. So you really have to be very patient, and then we can see how that goes. Because I'm paper trading, I didn't really lose real money today. So but I think we would see what NASDAQ presents later on. So I'm working on some videos which I'm going to potentially share very soon, and I think it should it's going to document the way I look at trade, because I think as of right now there is most likely 4 confluences that I really look out for me to say, oh, I'm going to take a buy, I'm going to take a sell. Sometimes I make some prediction wrongly, but I take the loss for that. But yeah, I'm going to make videos about that. If you're selling, keep holding. I think it's going to reach easily into the demand zone, or take your profit if you're already done. We call it a day from here, and enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.